You foment class hatred, I said. I consider it wrong and criminal to appeal to all that is narrow and brutal in the working class. Class hatred is antisocial, and it seems to me anti-socialistic. Not guilty, he answered. Class hatred is neither in the text nor in the spirit of anything I have ever written. Oh, I cried reproachfully and reached for his book and opened it. He sipped his tea and smiled at me while I ran over the pages. Page 132, I read aloud. The class struggle, therefore, represents itself in the present stage of social development between the wage-paying and the wage-paid classes. I looked at him triumphantly. No mention there of class hatred, he smiled back. But, I answered, you say class struggle. A different thing from class hatred, he replied. And believe me, we foment no hatred. We say that the class struggle is a law of social development. We are not responsible for it. We do not make the class struggle. We merely explain it, as Newton explained gravitation. We explain the nature of the conflict of interest that produces the class struggle. But there should be no conflict of interest, I cried. I agree with you heartily, he answered. That is why we socialists are trying to bring about the abolition of the conflict of interest. Pardon me, let me read an extract. He took his book and turned back several pages. Page 126. The cycle of class struggles which began with the dissolution of rude tribal communism and the rise of private property will end with the passing of private property in the means of social existence. But I disagree with you, the bishop interposed, his pale ascetic face betraying by a faint glow the intensity of his feelings. Your premise is wrong. There is no such thing as a conflict of interest between labor and capital, or rather there ought not to be. Thank you, Ernest said gravely. By that last statement, you have given me back my premise.